Okay, fifth graders, it's time to create your final presentation for your science fair project. Check out the slides and even an example of me presenting a science fair project so that you have an idea of what I'm expecting. First of all, your final presentation must be a video. You can use Flipgrid, Shorts, Screencastify, or any video that is an MP4. I need it in an MP4 version so that I can put it with all the other videos to create our final presentation. If this is a problem or you're struggling to get this to work, we could also Zoom and you could present your project over Zoom and I could record it that way. So that's an option as well, but let's use that as a last resort. See if you can figure out how to use Flipgrid, Screencastify, or some other video source first. Along with being in a video, your presentation must include pictures of your science experiment, your scientific question, which was week 1. If that's been approved and you have made any necessary changes, you've already got that done. Your hypothesis, procedures, materials, data and observations, and conclusion are all part of the slides that we've been working on. I'm sending you a fresh version of those slides so that you can edit your writing and make sure that whatever you put in each of those categories is well written and clear. Something to note, the Google Slides I sent you with all of the cute pictures of like science files can be used as is, or you can make them your own. In other words, you don't have to use those pictures or those slides. If you want to create your own slides with your own backgrounds and pictures and make your project unique, please go for it. I just wanted to make sure that you had the slides so that you would know all of the information that you would need. But if you can, be creative and make your own slides cool. Just like if you were creating a board or turning in this work like a written project, you're going to want to make sure you proofread your slides. The slides that you've sent to me have ranged from perfect with all of the correct spelling and grammar to briefly written notes that have a lot of spelling errors and grammar errors. So go back and make sure that you've really read through your slides and that they are proofread to showcase your writing skills. As you're practicing your presentation and getting ready to video it, make sure you do not simply read your slides in front of your camera. Instead, summarize and make your presentation interesting. We would rather hear what you have to say than just be read to. We can all read, and now we want to hear the excitement in your voice about what you discovered. So, to sum up, be creative, polish your writing, show me what you have learned. And did I mention be creative? Also, make sure you join my Zoom class. You need to join it at least one time so that we can talk over the project and make sure you're all set. However, if you would like to join other times to ask more questions or just verify certain things, please be sure to come and notice in Google Classroom what times the Zooms are for that week. Lastly, you are welcome to turn in your slides at any point and ask for help with revisions or just check in and see if you're on the right track. I'm here to help you and I'm eager to see what you're doing. Lastly, I'm going to leave you with my science fair project and my presentation. Can't wait to see yours. For my science fair project, I had a topic that was very exciting to me. If you give a mouse a cookie. What happens if you give a mouse a cookie? There's been a lot of theories about mice and cookies, but I chose this question because I wanted to see for myself what would happen if I did give a mouse a cookie. The research that I found indicated that Harvard Pest Control found that mice will eat a cookie that is placed before them, unless the cookie contains peppermint. Peppermint is a natural repellent, and the mice will not eat a cookie with peppermint. Also, I learned that mice will usually eat what is in front of them. They don't drag food back to their nest. So I was eager to get started. My hypothesis was if I give a mouse a cookie, then the mouse will eat it. For my test, my procedure included to get a mouse from the pet shop, place the cookie on the plate, and allow the mouse access to the cookie. The materials that I knew I would need would be the mouse and the cookie. The plate was actually optional. My notes for this include the fact that my mouse was happy and ready to eat. During the test, Mouse did not eat the cookie. Instead, Mouse asked for a glass of milk and then seemed to think of all the things that he needed. After the glass of milk was a straw, and then asked for a napkin, and after the napkin needed a mirror, and after the mirror needed scissors, and it just continued on and on and on, and it was not what I was expecting. In the very end, Mouse finally ate the cookie, and he actually offered me half. My conclusion is that, first of all, my experiment was very eye-opening. I had expected the mouse to eat the cookie, but instead, Mouse had so many other needs that he barely got around to eating the cookie. He was very demanding with his needs. I will need to plan accordingly if I ever offer a mouse a cookie again.